Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tony, happy Thursday, my man. Hope all is well. Tony, my Cubbies are headed your way. I think we're going to be talking some smack this weekend, you and me. Your Tigers versus my Cubbies. Should be a great series. No, I get that, Tony. Of course. Respectfully, I like to talk a little smack, but always in good fun. Got a lot of respect for the Tigers. They got Javi Baez on the team, and I'm a big Javi Baez guy. I don't know how you feel about Javi, but I imagine now that Javi started hitting this season, I imagine you're probably a little bit more happy with him than you were before. So no, it should be a great series. I'm looking forward to it. The pitching matchups, the pitchers that you guys got. I mean, Scuba looks insanely good. It should be a great series. I'm looking forward to watching it this weekend. We don't have the greatest pitchers. A couple of our guys are out, our top two guys, but we can bring the bats. So I'm looking forward to it. What's going on, everybody? We'll give it another minute or two, and then we'll jump in here. Hey, what's going on, Darren? Appreciate it. Hope all is well with you as well. Darren, funny thing happened. I think like 2 days ago. I was looking through some of my cards, Darren, and I've got some different cards from hockey and stuff like that, and I saw this gem. This gem came across my view path, and of course I had to pull it out and show it because now I know a little bit more about Wendell Clark than I did previous. So 1993 Upper Deck, Wendell Clark. And as soon as I saw it, Darren, I was like, man, I got to pull this one out. Look at that mustache. Little do everybody know that Mr. Clark here loved meatloaf, and our very own Darren was a guy to serve it up to him. So that's awesome. Yeah. So it's a little bit random, but I thought of the break that we had a couple weeks back and his jersey popping out, and I thought, why not? All right, guys, we've got 5 people here. Yeah, he was a nice guy. I know you said that you guys weren't allowed to pester him or anything like that, but that's awesome. At least he's down to earth. I've got a couple of good stories about a couple of athletes that I've met that are really down to earth. One of them being Jim Tomei. Actually, growing up in Chicago, I ended up, hey, what's going on, Ken? I ended up meeting Jim Tomei at a pizza spot, and he was the nicest of guys. I was in high school, and he didn't have to give me the time of day, but he gave me the time of day. He stood there, and his pizza was ready to go. He talked to me. He signed an autograph. He waited for a picture. So athletes being nice guys, it makes all the difference, man. All right, guys, we're up to about 6 people. So I want to say welcome back to Call Your Shot Sports Break Memorabilia. My name is Bart. For those of you guys that don't know me, I appreciate you guys working with my schedule this week. This is our first time that we're breaking on a Thursday night. I'm not sure if we're going to break on a Thursday night again. I know at the end of the month, towards the end of the month, we got a wedding that me and my wife have to go to. So we'll probably have to make an adjustment with the schedule there as well. But I appreciate all you guys jumping in and helping out to fill the break. Last night, the auctions didn't maybe fill up. I think a lot of people just maybe forgot about it. And that's totally fine. That's on me. I probably should have sent out a message just as like a reminder. But I appreciate everybody coming through today and helping fill everything. So we are breaking the 3 items tonight. We got the Gold Rush autographed jersey in the black bag for football, as we normally do. We've got the Gold Rush autographed baseball. We've had some nice hits come out of here. And of course, for the last couple of weeks, we've had the baseball bat. Baseball bat seems to be doing well, so we'll keep that going. I'm thinking for next week, we might try something a little bit different. I had a suggestion from somebody saying maybe to combine some things with football. So tomorrow night, you'll see the auctions go up for next week. Next week, the auctions will finish up on Friday like they normally do, and we'll break on Saturday. I'm thinking about pairing up 2 football items. So maybe doing like a 2-item break. That way, if it's all football and they're both jerseys, maybe that will make more people inclined to jump in. I know the black bag by itself has been doing fine, but maybe a 2-item break, just try that. Maybe it's an extra hit and more people can hit on it. And keep the price low like I have been doing. I'm not going to try to raise the price on people. So I might try that and see how it goes. If it falls on its face, then that's totally fine. Then I'll just go back to doing the white items. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. But I'm thinking about doing that for 2 items and then still having the baseball. Since it's baseball season and that's baseball is doing well, we'll probably keep running with that. I think my hockey is due to ship next week. So I'm hoping to get some of that stuff in. So maybe going forward, we'll mix that in as well. Okay, so just so you guys know, just try to give you a heads up. If you see it, maybe the prices will be a little bit different, but it is for 2 items for the football. And then I think we'll still do the separate baseball and the baseball bat. That seems to be going okay separately. So we'll try it with the football first and kind of see how it goes. All right, guys, enough of me talking. We got 8 people here. I think we're ready to rock and roll. We'll start with the Gold Rush Black Bag Edition for football, like we normally do. So we'll dive into there. Just a friendly reminder, we do got some new people. I think because the breaks ended week, we got some new people that jumped in. Just a friendly reminder that eBay requires that I mark all items as shipped, regardless of whether your team hits or not. The team that does hit is going to end up receiving a tracking number. That tracking number is confirmation that your team is the one that hits, and then you'll be receiving the item. I am aware that the breaks are more fun when your team hits, but it's really just a numbers game. A lot of you guys have jumped in week to week, and it's been nice having a good variety of people that get the hits. So just stick with it. I know that's what I probably should be saying, but no pressure. It is a lot of fun. And of course, the group of guys that we got here makes it even more enjoyable. So as I always do, I'm going to walk you guys around the bags and the items just to make sure that everything's in good working order. You know that I have them here just exactly the same way that I have them from the distributor. So I'll just take you on a quick little trip around the bag. If anybody has any questions, I know we got some new guys, feel free to jump in the chat. You can even message me on eBay afterwards. I probably won't respond to eBay messages during, but I can definitely respond to afterwards. So we're going to dive right in, guys. Like I said, we're all sold out this week. So we'll start with the black bag edition for football, work our way to the baseball, and then the bat to finish it off. I do want to say again, thank you to all the people that jumped in this week, whether you're a new person, an old person, whether you bought 1 team, whether you bought 10 teams. It is much appreciated. And I appreciate you guys working with my schedule. All right, guys, let's get after it. How about the black bag edition for football? Good luck to all teams. Let's start this week off right. A nice break last week. Let's get a nice break for several people this week. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a peek inside. All right, so we've got some familiar colors. It looks like it's some black and some red. When it comes to the autograph, got a big old autograph with the 24 there. It does got a Beckett authentication. And this one is Terrell Jr. So I want to say this is for the Atlanta Falcons. If I had to guess, Atlanta Falcons coming out here in the black bag. I will double check it to be sure. But maybe I'll take it out and just take a peek at the name. I think it's Terrell Jr. All right, guys. Yeah, Terrell Jr. My brain's telling me Atlanta Falcons just by colors. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is a cornerback or a defensive back. When it comes to the front of the jersey, the football doesn't do the front, but hockey does. So that's kind of a nice thing about hockey. So we'll take a look at it together. So Terrell Jr. here on the Beckett authentication. I'll raise up the Beckett's authentication. So if anybody wants to look it up with me, I know some guys here like doing that. So you're more than welcome to. So here it is, guys. Then I'll tuck it away back in the bag. So then in this case, we have BN 48677. BN 48677. Yeah, the sharp color scheme. Black and red is always a nice combo. I'll be sure, but I'm guessing this is Atlanta Falcons. So give me a second, guys. I'll jump over to Beckett to make sure. I would hate to just go on what I'm thinking. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I do not claim to be perfect, but I got an inkling. So 48677. 2498. All right. So it is AJ Terrell. And that's confirmed. We'll go over to Pro Football Reference. And we'll take a peek. All right. When it comes to AJ Terrell, he's a cornerback. He does play for the Atlanta Falcons, and only has played for the Atlanta Falcons. It's a nice hit. Young player, only 26. He was a first-round draft pick in the 2020 draft for the Atlanta Falcons. When it comes to first-rounders, we'll take it. So this one going out to the Atlanta Falcons. And the Atlanta Falcons this week is Gino B. Now, Gino couldn't be here tonight. He is actually out on vacation doing some camping. I forgot to tell you guys that he wished everybody the best of luck. He did tell me that he wouldn't be able to make it, but he is here in spirit. So this one's going out to Gino in the Atlanta Falcons spot. Gino, we got that AJ Terrell Jr. for you. Going out to the ATL Atlanta from the 2-4. In this case, we've got the big autograph with the 2-4 and that Beckett cert that we had talked about. So congrats to Gino. Couldn't be here tonight, but did wish everybody the best of luck. And he did actually message me to say that to everybody, and I forgot to until just right now. So sorry about that, Gino. I forgot, but hopefully when you watch this, you'll see that I came through on what I said I would do. So congrats to Gino. Gino, one of our weekly guys that comes in quite a bit. So yeah, I'd say that's a pretty solid one. A nice one with the red and black. That'll be solid. All right, guys, we'll keep this thing moving along. We'll move on to the Gold Rush 2024 Autograph Baseball Series 4. I just saw that Gold Rush had released their Series 1 for 2025. So as soon as I run out of these guys, I think I have 3 left of these baseballs. Then I'll order another case of the 2025. A lot of the same names, but we'll see some updated rookies and things like that. All right, guys, we'll get right into it. Nice thing about the Gold Rush product, as you know, for the people that have been with me, kind of 2 things. You got the cellophane wrapping on the outside as I take you on a trip around the box itself. And you also got that secondary seal. That secondary seal, a nice confirmation that everything's in working order. And of course, I don't know what's inside the box. I'm going to find out with you guys. I'm hoping it's one of the biggest hits on the checklist. Of course, that's exciting for you. That's exciting for me. That's exciting for the entire group. All right, guys, take another quick trip just to make sure you saw it. All right, let's start with the cellophane wrapping, and then I'll do the secondary seal separately. So here we go. Let's do the cellophane wrapping first. It'll help if I use the right side of the box cutter. All right, guys, there goes the cellophane. Here we go. Secondary seal. Let's get it. How about a nice big hit for somebody? How about one of those headliners? All right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. Here goes the seal. And you guys will have to bear with me a second. These things are kind of stubborn when it comes to opening, so give me a sec. I'll try not to embarrass myself too bad here on screen. That one wasn't too bad. The last couple haven't been terrible. So, all right, here we go, guys. All right, let's see what we got. All right. So I recognize the name. I'll pull it out and see if you guys can recognize it as well. Of course, I can cheat a little bit on the back of the box. There is the name of the guy who it belongs to. That one's not too bad, though. I think if I was in the break, I might be able to identify it. So All right, I'll try to bring it up close. All right, anybody recognize it? It's not a bad one. It is Fanatics certified. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this. So instead of PSA, JSA, or Beckett's, Fanatics. All right. You know, sometimes you guys have an inkling, but people don't want to say it. Maybe it's a little embarrassing to get it wrong, so that's okay. Baseball is going out to Brendan Rogers. So Brendan Rogers is the hits here for this week when it comes to the baseball. Brendan Rogers. And the number 7 inscription. And Fanatic certified. I'll go take a peek. I think Brendan Rogers, from what I remember, is Colorado Rockies. But then again, Colorado Rockies not having the greatest of seasons. So if he's still on the Rockies, he might not be on the Rockies for much longer. They might be doing some trading. So I'll go take a peek and see where he's at. I think Colorado Rockies. I'll have to be sure. So he was on the Colorado Rockies until this last season. This is a Houston Astro. So he's playing currently for the Houston Astros. He played for Colorado for 6 years, and he's currently playing for the Houston Astros. All right, so this one's going out to Houston. This is a Houston hit on the Brendan Rogers. Yeah. Drafted by the Rockies. Nice. You're on it, Tony. Yeah, he was drafted in the first round, number 3 overall in the 2015 MLB draft out of Florida. Interesting. Yeah. I guess I've not kept up with Brendan Rogers. Yeah, no worries, Tony. I appreciate that. No, right on. This one's going out to Houston. So let's take a look at this week. For Houston this week, we got Mike A. So Mike A. on the Houston Astros for the Gold Rush baseball. This one's going out to Mike A. Mike's had some success with us in some baseball in the past. I'm not sure if he's here tonight, but I do appreciate it, Mike. Mike always helping us out, picking up some extra teams. Seems to do quite well with the baseball. So congrats to Mike A. Brendan Rogers coming your way. Brendan Rogers, number 7 inscription. This is on Fanatics cert. Move it up close there so you guys can see it in case you want to. All right, congrats, Mike. All right, Brendan Rogers going out to Houston Astros and Mike A. All right, I'll tuck this one away, just move it slightly towards the back. We'll hold on to this AJ Terrell. And for the last break of the night, fellas, we're going to go with the baseball bat, which seems to be a good one for the last couple weeks for everybody. At least that's what people have been interested in, it seems. As always, for the baseball bats, I could take you on a trip around the box this way, but there's not really much opening space for that box this way. They're just on the ends here. You'll see there's some tape. So instead of a secondary seal, RSA's got the tape. I'll just take you on a quick trip around this side. This is the barrel side. This is the side of the bat that I'm going to open up. As soon as I open it up, I'll chuck the box to the side. We'll take a look at the autograph together. So that's the barrel side. Also take you guys over to the knob side real quick. So knob side also has some tape. We'll take a look at it together. And of course, the baseball bat, a little bit harder to predict. It doesn't have a jersey. It doesn't necessarily have the name of the player. Sometimes we can guess, but most of the times we're going to have to look it up. So hopefully that suffices in terms of walking you around the box. Appreciate all the guys in the chat that are exuding positivity. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that, fellas. Of course, it means a lot to me that people are having fun with it. Even if you're not hitting, you're enjoying it. having the conversation and the camaraderie is important to me. So, all right, guys, we're going to open it up on the barrel side here. And then as soon as I open it up, like I said, I'll check over the box and we'll take a look at it together. We had some nice hits in the last couple of weeks. Hopefully we keep that trend going. All right. So here we go. I'll open up the barrel side. Good luck to all teams. How about a nice big hit this week? How about a masher? How about a lot of home runs? That would be nice. Although we can't complain. Last week we had a nice one. Lots of goals for hockey and lots of home runs. All right, guys, here we go. All right, here's another one of these black bats, which is kind of nice. And it is JSA certified. Hopefully that's a good sign. All right, let's take a peek. All right, there goes the box. Okay, I think I know this one. And this is a nice one. All right, guys, it is JSA certified. This is a nice one. I think I have a bat of this as well. I think I also have a jersey, like a nice jersey as well. All right, anybody know it? I'll give you a hint. It's a big time pitcher. I'm pretty sure I know this one, so. Yeah, that would be awesome if it was Prince. Unfortunately, Tony, not Prince Fielder this week, but that would be pretty cool if it was back to back. Hey, I think Ken has it. Ken, I think I'm with you. I think this is Tom Glavine. So I think this is Tom Glavine. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, unless I completely have it off, that this is an Atlanta Braves hit. It is JSA certified, which is kind of nice. So we'll be able to look it up together. I believe this to be Tom Glavine. WB 609712. WB 609712. Yeah, that is a nice one though. I'm a sucker for the black bat with the silver Sharpie. That is a fresh silver Sharpie auto on a JSA cert. Okay, maybe I'll try to fish out the certification, so then I won't have to peek over it. All right, guys. I'll put it here so that it's still on the screen, so everybody can see it there. And then if you want to look it up with me, WB, come on now, WB 609712. All right, give me one quick sec. I'm pretty sure, but I don't want to be pretty sure. I want to be absolutely sure. All right, here we go. WB 609712. Tom Glavine. This one was signed in 2024, so recently signed in Canada. So there was a Sport Card Expo that Tom was at as a guest, and it looks like he signed this thing in 2024. That's a nice one. All right, we'll look it up, even though I'm pretty sure it is Atlanta. Again, I don't want to be pretty sure. I want to be totally sure. All right. And when it comes to Glavine, yeah, 17 years for the Atlanta Braves, 5 years for the New York Mets. I do not remember him as a Met, and that's probably why. ERA in the 4s and the 6s, and then he hung it up. But talk about a beast. Career WAR 80.7, 305 wins, 682 games, 4,413 innings pitched, over 2,500 strikeouts. Tom Glavine, a beast. This one's going out to the Braves. Yeah, Tony, thanks for that. Tony's spot on. Yeah, that's a great player. I agree. Let's see who's got the Braves. All right, and then for the baseball bat this week for Braves, we've got Mike A. So Mike A taking home the baseball for the Houston Astros, also taking home the baseball bat for the Braves. Mike A, congrats. This is a nice one. So Mike A coming your way. And I will get these out tomorrow since it's not the weekend. I should have these out the door and to USPS by tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon at the latest. Tom Glavine. Mike A, congrats. Mike A cleaning up on the baseball this week. So we had Tom Glavine for the Atlanta Braves from Mike A. Brendan Rodgers, like we've said a few times, but I don't know if anybody's just trickled in. So then on the Brendan Rodgers with the 7 inscription, Houston Astros, Mike A. And then for the Atlanta Falcons, we did get AJ Terrell Jr. And that one's going out to Gino. All right. So that'll complete the break for this week. And if you guys are interested, like I said, the auctions will go up tomorrow night for next week. We won't break this Saturday because we're breaking tonight. Me and my family are going to be out of town for the weekend. But we'll be back in action next Saturday night. And like I said, we'll try to do some combination. We'll do a 2-item break for football. And if it goes well, maybe we'll try to do some multiple item breaks going forward. So that way it's not all just singletons. If you guys prefer singletons, then that's fine as well. Again, I'm going to try to keep the price down. Not going to try to jack up the prices, but we'll try to keep it very similar. So for 2 items, just imagine the price would be comparable to if we did 2 items separately. So like I said, I'll try to keep it down. My whole point of doing this break room and Call Your Shot Sports Breaks is to keep people into the breaks and not to price people out like people have been priced out for sports cards and other things. So I'll try my best to keep that going. Hey, Tony, I appreciate that. Thanks for the positivity. No problem, Ken. I appreciate you, Ken. Darren, thank you as always. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Thanks, Darren. I appreciate that. Thanks for the positivity. If you guys need anything, just shoot me a message. Thanks again for all the positivity, positive comments, positive feedback, positive messages. I look forward to next week. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Tony, good luck to your Tigers. Not too much luck, but just a little bit of luck. All right, everybody. Go Cubbies. All right, everyone. Enjoy the weekend. Spend time with family. Thanks again, guys. As always, see ya.